All right, traders, hello and good morning. It's just past 10 o'clock Saturday. I thought I'd just do a brief watch list video. Internet's working pretty good, so I should be able to upload this successfully. So the Aussie dollar, I'm still in that, so we'll just go by that. That was featured in the previous video, so nothing much more to talk about there. All right, the euro and how it closed on the weekly. So it's still a bit cluttered. Like, for example, when I sold the Aussie dollar, I really liked how it closed on the weekly below 70 cents. That's why I took the short and I waited until Tuesday, and it was still not looking particularly healthy. It had a little bit of a rally, and, the fundamentals worked out well for me as well with the trade war thing. And it was all, sometimes you get those moments, and you have to understand you can't always win. And it's, the trading is really about mental resiliency and maintaining discipline when the chips are down, so to speak, and you're a little frustrated, things aren't working out too well, but you still have to stick to your rules and be disciplined. If you don't, you have to understand how many people lose in Forex. Like, nearly everyone does. That's why you don't hear a lot of success stories, because people just don't talk about it. They won't talk about blowing up an account. Well, most people don't. I mean, if you YouTube search me blowing up a Forex account, you're probably not going to get a lot of videos in comparison to how many people have traded Forex. And you'll find probably a lot of people have tried. And it's just one of these things where it's very challenging, and it's against human nature to do well because it's just really challenging. So, all right, what I'll talk about here is Euro US dollar on the daily. So, really, if you were playing this up here, would have been probably a good place to short when it rejected there, and it sort of trickled down. So what I'll wait for is I'll see for Monday if we get a little bit more of a rally. Holds Tuesday, I'll take the short. So I apologize. I'm on the mobile. Been having issues connecting to the Wi-Fi with the laptop. I think there's something internally wrong with the laptop, so I'm going to probably have to get a new one. I'm in China, so they're pretty cheap. But yeah, so that's my Euro US dollar short idea. Wow, so the pound yen is still weak as well. Again, it's one of these things. I understand from a psychological standpoint, you're probably thinking it's run, it's done what it has to do. There's going to be a rebound. I always like to look at the high time frame and see what's going on, and I would agree. Obviously, the trend is low, but we've seen a bounce before, so I really want to there's enough pips there though. The problem will be where the stop loss is. So it's the stop loss. I normally have it at the 55-day moving average. So I want to see where it's at the 4-hour. Okay. So it'd be up here. So that's 42. So there's a lot of pips for the stop. And it can only run so much until it hits that support level back in September or so, 2018. It's interesting, but I'm just going to bypass that for now. I want to see what the pound's doing as well. Okay, very bearish candle, but again, it's on a bit of a support level. So, like the euro, I'll sort of wait for it to potentially bounce a little bit and then see what it wants to do on Tuesday. US dollar still seems to be stronger against the majors, so it's worth noting. The trade war does throw a bit of a spanner in the works still. It's a bit of a dynamic situation with what's going on and Trump tweeting and things like that. And it's just something to watch for. And obviously with Brexit too, it's a little bit interesting. I want to see what the Kiwis doing as well. So everything closed pretty weak. And again, it's going to be a test to see if we see some bounces. Now, the Aussie, it's still got a ways to go until it hits support. So that's why I'm sort of okay with this trade. So we go to the weekly. I mean, it's not good. So we'll see what it wants to do. Is there a monthly? There is a monthly. Well, there we go. So it's below. It's not looking too good. I understand I'm a little bit biased, but We've got a couple of points down here at 67. 67.20. So that's, could see a bounce there. So there's some more work to be done. This is really, if people are trend traders and watching this, hello to my trend trader friends. But this is where you got to hold steady, okay? Because we don't get a lot of this. And if you did shorter up higher, much respect. But it's definitely interesting. For the guys that like to scalp, you just obviously don't understand. But if you're aware with the trend trading literature, these are the times where it's good to do other stuff and not to be fixated on the charts. And to just trust your system that you've back tested and go from there. But there's not a whole lot really. I mean, gold as well, that could be a short as well. I'll go to the weekly. What's it looking like? Weekly's pretty bearish. I mean, the trend is sideways there. So it's not really exciting, but go to the 4-hour now. Pretty, I mean, from a technical standpoint, that candle on the weekly is quite bearish. But want to watch as well on gold too. So let's see what the USD Singapore. See, it's still pumping. So there we go. So USD Singapore dollar. See, this, I'm just trying to look. I mean, this is difficult though. I mean, you could have played that, but normally when a big candle like that prints, it normally has a bit of a retracement. So I mean, the guys have been riding this trend, much respect as well, because it's there. But we'll see what happens here. I guess it would have been the break just through the that simple moving average would have been a potential play, but interesting. Anyway, though, guys, thank you for watching. I'll upload this straight away, and I hope everyone has a great weekend. Look at the charts, study hard, and good luck for next week as well. Bye.